Testing. New lid. New smart smoke board. On the bench. We're at rest. I got a little 9-volt battery on the fan. We're at rest at 540, 5.4 volts with 9.25 coming in. So I'm going to give it a puff. That was one puff. So you can see the voltage goes to 5.5 to 5.6. Puff, puff, puff. 5.7. 5.9. Getting a little more aggressive. Now I'm just going to put the metal, pedal to the metal, flat out. 7.3 volts. Motor's getting 9 volts. It'll never run this fast in your engine. Never goes under 7, never goes over 7.3. And as soon as we come off the gas, coming into the station, voltage starts to drop. We do not want to overheat. It's realizing that's getting hot. Let's bring it down. And that maximum temperature in ohms is 1,600 ohms between the two sensors, and that calculates to 140, measured as well as calculated 140. So it's 140 C at the max, and it comes down to about 125 to 130, and you start puffing and chuffing. So I'm going to expect a fairly serious, safe smoke, and I'm going to put this right now. I think I have enough time. I'm going to install this on the Atlantic Indian just to test. This is not a released, but it's a final design, final tweak, final everything. I've got all the numbers I need now to continue. 18 ohm heater, cold start 7.3 max. At rest it comes down to 5.5 volts. We start chuffing, it'll operate around 6-ish. I'm using 9.25 coming in. I had to go over 9 to get a good warm high speed. The resistor is around 450, but I got a better number down here. And the R2 sensors are measuring at about 1600. Good smoke. And not hot at all. Warm, but not hot. Okay. I did a R1 bear test unplugged, and it was 510. Then I did a power off, and it was 463. And then I did power on, and I got a 1643. So I'm going to say we've got about a 450 setting with power off, 450 in the R1 value, and that's where I'm at up here, 450. See that? So I'm going to say the 450 is in the 4 value, and the R2 is going to be sitting around 16 something when it's hot, and it's going to come down off of that as soon as the fan comes on. And as soon as the fan comes on and the resistance starts to increase, the voltage will start to increase so that we get the heat back, and therefore we maintain a good evaporation of smoke. So we're sitting here around 5.5, and I just hit it a few puffs. I don't know what it's going to do with the trickle that we have. You know, it might go up to 5.8. I don't know, because it seems like a little puff cools it down. But it's working the way I want it to work. It's doing exactly what I wanted. It's in a much tighter range than I had expected, but that's okay. We bumped up to the 18 ohm. We can handle more voltage. Nobody's getting overheated. This guy is warm, but he's not screaming hot. I'm only absorbing at this point 4 volts I'm losing 1.25 to the circuitry, so I'm only throwing out about 3 volts or less. So and if you're operating and you're up in the 6-volt range, you're throwing away less. You're throwing away 1 volt. So it actually is going to run cooler if you operate it more, which is interesting. At rest, you got to burn off a lot of watts through the heat, and that's why I put on the thing. Okay, that's where we're at. I think we're going to be in good shape. I'm having a ball. I feel outstanding. I've got it exactly where I wanted it. I think we're just going to have a good old time here, smoking and joking and carrying on. And I'm going to build an engine here as soon as I can and throw it on the rails, and let's see what we get. After that, I'm going to start building these lids and these control boards for the Northern and for my own Pacific anniversary engine. I was hoping I could get that together by Wednesday on top of everything else I need to do, but I'd like to get the Indian, the Northern, and the anniversary engine running Wednesday. I'll feel very victorious. And I have the parts. I think I have enough parts to do that. So there we go. Later, Gator.